This is a look at inserts. Now, for those who haven't seen them, this is a 3mm by 5.7, an M3 by 5.7mm insert. You can see it's knurled to enable, when the plastic sets, it gives you a good thread that you can dig in. The problem, of course, is getting these things in very square, and there's various means out there, and I'm just going to run you through a few of them. This at the moment, I have a soldering iron, not the one I want because that's still on order, but the temperature controlled soldering iron so I can control it, and I'm using a drill press. So the drill press at the moment is set up. There's a locking collar just there. So what I want to do here for the first hole is get the height right. And what I'm going to do now is I move that down until it goes in the hole to just, that's actually not quite right yet. It's I've got that a bit tight. Let me loosen that. So what I'm after doing here is getting that to go down as far as, oh, too far. Let me just loosen that a bit more and take it back up. I want it to go down flush so that when the insert is on there, it will take that down square and no further. So here we go again, down, down, down. Just wiggle it slightly until just there. So that will take that down, but no further. So it won't, I'll just double check that in a second. I'm holding that down because there was a rock in the tin, but basically that should stop there. So with that set, the first thing is to do is to tighten that up, which is my limiter, so it can't push it in too far. Now the next thing is, inserts can sometimes go in square, sorry, not square. So we've actually devised something for this, and I'm just going to pull them out of the packet here. And basically the whole concept of this is when I pull the soldering iron out and it's still soft, I can push this into the hole and down flat. Now this is 10mm of aluminium, but the way this works, this is cold. It's going into a hot insert. It's because it's lathe, it's completely square, it will be completely square to the edge. It means that the insert will be squared up even if it was crooked, and this will help pull the heat away to let it set before I pull it out. So that's the whole concept of this here, and as you can see there, we've got a few of them made up by my mate. It's lovely when someone's got access to a lathe, and he's made them up so that I can do that to ensure that my inserts will always be totally square. So all that's got to be done now is I've got to turn the soldering iron on, heat it up, set this up, and then I will show you putting an actual insert in and then using this particular thing here to get it absolutely dead square so that it will be right. This is a part for a Prusa XL. It's to change a particular part with an improved part which needed the threaded inserts, hence the reason of all the effort here. This is the next stage. I've got the line set to about 210 here, and I had to change this somewhat so that I can see the red diode to know when it's a light, and I'll be able to do the insert. So currently it's heading up, and I'll go put it over there so that I can hopefully line it up with the job at hand, which is just there. So we're seeing all the smoke and all that sort of stuff telling us it's getting hot. Moving down just there, getting it as close as I can. That looks pretty good. So the next thing to do here is to sit it ready to do the inserting. It's now at temperature. I can now line that up and find out that it's not pushing in. So there you go, the iron moved, which I did not expect. So I'll have to loosen this slightly, judge it by hand. So that's discovery number one. We should have it now ready, and I'll have to manually guess when it's in right, and I've got my other bit just there. So let's go in there now. And it may be that it's sliding in there. Okay, telling me one thing, that my mount is a little bit flexible, so I've got to actually redo that now. It is starting to actually go in, so let us just loosen stuff a bit and see if we can get things to happen properly now. My mount is very flexible, and that's part of what's causing me my issues here. So I'm about to loosen this and bring it back down. Let's see now if I can get to the right point where it can actually hit. So now it's heating, and it should slowly, I could feel it slowly sinking into the device. It should be pretty square with this thing anyway, but it's just my mount seems to be a bit on the soft side. So with that, put that in there, push that flush. That will take the heat out of it. And I have a completely flush joint, which means I can get on and do the next one. So that's my problem's been my rubber holder up here is not solid, and it's allowed some slippage of the solder gun, which I hadn't really counted on, but we will persevere there now that we've got that part done. And hopefully this one should be a little bit easier. The problem with this, it's not actually square, so I'm having to hold it square. It's now getting hot enough to actually sink in. And when I pull that out, push this in, that's not in far enough. I can feel that because I can rock it. So I shall let that go in just a touch more. I now have two inserts completely flush into there, and yeah, I shall keep going with this, but that's inserts. Where are we?